Do you know what's worse than seeing summer go away? I don't know, but you know what the best thing is? Pumps. You go to the gym, you get a pump, and you're like, you feel the top of the world, you feel swole, you feel proper, everything's filled out, all your muscles are looking big. But could it be better? Because Dark Labs has gone all over the place with pre-workouts. They have gone from Crack OG to Crack Gold, Heroline, Flame. There's probably one more I'm missing. Barbarian, Undead, and all these types of pre-workouts, they have conquered every field for us. They have gone above and beyond with the stimulants. They have treated us like the stim junkies that we are, to be honest, like, to be fair. For the past 4 years now, something like that, and they have not changed. They have stayed true to their game. PIMP, their non-stim pre-workout for pumps. Yeah, they have gone and done their side quests now. They're doing their side quests because this is what we need. We didn't ask for it because usually they only release strong pre-workouts, and this has no stimulants. So you can stack it with any pre-workout, with a fat burner, with how many ingredients? 23.5 grams per scoop, 20 servings, starting off with a very strong dose of citrulline. So yeah, first we'll dive into the ingredients so you know what you're getting, and you can see and decide for yourself, is this just like something for aesthetics, or is there actual benefits that could benefit you mentally and physically? So let's go into the ingredients and then we'll dive into my experience. But the first ingredient, so other than the minerals, sodium and potassium, there's just the right ratio for sodium and potassium, because you don't want more potassium than sodium, because you lose more sodium than potassium. Basically, you need sodium more than potassium. Citrulline, 10 grams of citrulline, starting off with a big dose. This is the biggest you can go before seeing diminishing effects of return. So that means if you go any higher than 10 grams citrulline, no benefits. The benefits get worse, something like that. 10 grams is a very nice dose. It's gonna increase nitric oxide levels, and it's going to do that through the nitric oxide enzyme. So that means you're getting not only the pumps, but it also helps with endurance by reducing ammonia that builds up in your muscles, kind of like what beta-alanine does, but citrulline has like a multi-facet benefit type of thing, where it just has a spectacular range of benefits, ranging from pumps to endurance to performance and helping reducing fatigue. So yeah, it is kind of good to have in a lot of pre-workouts. That's why you see it in the first ingredient most of the time. Hydro Prime, 2.5 grams. This is for the water pump. Some people don't like the water pumps, but I like it personally because it makes me just feel bigger and look bigger and tighter all day long. It doesn't just last, because when you get the pumps from just working out, you'll get it for a few hours, but glycerol, all day, the next day as well. Once you're saturated with it, it stays in your body for like at least a day or two. I don't know how long, but it has massive range of benefits as well for hydration. So it's been used in studies where cyclists would take this, and they found that the cyclists had better hydration, better performance, and they could just last longer. And glycerol is super good for bodybuilding. It's a must, I think. I mean, not a must, but it's a fun ingredient, especially in the summertime. When you have a beach and you're like, you want to stay pumped all day, glycerol is the key. It's the secret to looking pumped all the dang time. I'm not kidding, all the time. Even your veins will pop up more. Nitrosigine, 1.5 grams. So this is an arginine form. It's arginine silicate, and basically it increases nitric oxide levels for a longer time, and it helps with the pumps because nitric oxide levels are increased. It works for longer as well. But 1.5 grams, that's a nice dose, and it also has some benefits for the brain. It has some cognition benefits. It's been found in studies. I don't remember how exactly, but it does have benefits not only for the body, but the mind as well. So it's really good. I mean, if you're taking a stim break, it's gonna come in handy. Yeah. Agmatine, this is the defender of nitric oxide, but it also has other benefits. It has benefits for the brain as well. It puts you in a but it puts you in a good mood. You're uplifted, your motivation is better. Agmatine has that benefit not only for defending nitric oxide levels, but also cognition and increasing nitric oxide levels. So it's really like 3 big benefits. And you can tell I'm like getting excited, drooling over these ingredients, because who doesn't like the pumps? This works for anybody. Even beginners could take this. Viso Drive. AP. So this is coming from protein. If you are lactose intolerant, be careful. It's a small, tiny dose. You wouldn't have any side effects unless you're really, really lactose intolerant and can handle it. But it's basically something that helps with nitric oxide levels. It helps keep it high, and you get those pumps for a longer period of time. Another ingredient that's very highly underrated, underused, L-norlavaline. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I know, but it's an amino acid. It works like agmatine in defending nitric oxide levels. So you're getting two defenders here, and you're getting the pumps for a long time. So once you're using this, you're gonna find yourself being accused of using steroids. That's how strong it is. But estrogen, 50 milligrams, helps make all the ingredients more bioavailable. So you take it with other ingredients and it just helps your stomach absorb more of the ingredients and making it more potent, basically. So estrogen, black pepper extract, these kind of ingredients help with that. So that's all for the ingredients. I know it doesn't seem much as a list, but every ingredient is dosed properly. In fact, the scoop size is probably bigger than a lot of pre-workouts that have stimulants and all this. So don't think because you're not getting stimulants, you're not getting a good deal. In fact, it's the opposite, because these are more benefiting ingredients, and you could always take your stimulants from a different source. But of course, you need money for both a pre-workout and a non-stim. But basically my experience. So when I take this, how do I take it? So I take it with a stimulant pre-workout. I mix it in there. It doesn't matter what the flavor is. I mix it into 1 cup, and all flavors work with this, because most pre-workouts are like fruity flavors, apple, watermelon, this type of stuff, blue raspberry. Like, who cares if those flavors are mixed together? So I mix it together into 1 cup, and then I drink it, and an hour later I go to the gym. I'm looking pumped already. And keep in mind, my stimulant pre-workout doesn't have any good dosed nitric oxide. Everything's underdosed. But it does have high stimulants. So I was going for that high energy, high pumps. And PIMP, being a nitric oxide booster, it reduces vasoconstriction that occurs from hardcore stimulants like DMA and DMHA. So, and even high doses of caffeine for that matter. So taking PIMP, I was already looking pumped in the mirror. I was looking at myself like this, and I was like, shit. I'm feeling full. Even the muscles that I'm not working out are like, it's there. It's like it already worked out. It's already gone through the motions. And I've just walked to the gym, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I thought maybe I should take a before video as well, or I don't know which one I'll show, which one looks better. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I was just like looking full. The veins were like popping out, and I was looking good. Normally I don't look that good. So by the time I did my first set, you can imagine, I was like, the pumps are here. This is what I live for. There's pumps, and it just gets better and better. I can show you more footage here or all over the place, but it just kept getting better and better, and the performance was amazing. No fatigue, but nausea, like I want to say from the other pre-workout I was taking. I was just thinking about that, but no fatigue, and it's super good for the blood flow. I could feel like I could recover quicker and all this, a little bit easier to breathe, and no lightheadedness from the hardcore pre-workout I was taking that had DMA and DMHA. Normally I would get like, oh, I just realized that's probably what made it better. So Firestorm, I was taking this other pre-workout called Firestorm, and I just realized Firestorm has a kitchen mix of hardcore stimulants, and normally when I take it, I've tried it a few times, I would just feel terrible. My head felt constricted. Every motion I did was like, it kind of gave me some nausea. It would just get worse with bigger movements. Taking PIMP helped a lot because it helped with vasoconstriction that was probably occurring from the hardcore pre-workout. So this actually offset the side effects. This helps a lot with vasoconstriction. If you're having really strong pre-workouts or even high caffeine pre-workouts, you need something to help offset the cardiovascular effects that comes from really high dosages of stimulants or anything like that. And super awesome pumps. It was kind of watery, but that's to be expected with glycerol. but it does last all day. And even the next day, I can see the glycerol effect. I can feel fuller. But of course, the pumps are going, like I need to take it again to get the pumps again. And it's not like an all week thing, but there's some ingredients in here that last for 6 hours. So, I mean, if you were doing the 8-hour arm workout, if you're that crazy, then you would at least get 6 of those hours really pumped. And yeah, it was super good for the pumps. Like honestly, never looked better or bigger otherwise. Even taking pure glycerol, the mixture of ingredients really helped, and it really helps when all the ingredients are synergetic together. They have like some synergistic effect. One increases, one defends it, and everything is just prolonged, and you get those nice hours of pumps. And of course, the glycerol staying there is the water pumps. It's a really well thought out formula that I do recommend. Even if you could just get like a caffeine bulk powder or coffee or something like that, taking that with this, with that, taking this with that would help a lot. But there is one thing about this, there isn't any nootropics, but the ingredients, 2 of them at least have some benefits for the brain. And then when you're increasing blood flow, there's benefits all over the body, not just the brain. So because we get that vasoconstriction effect from either not being active or from high stimulants. Or from high blood pressure, you never know. From those high sodium diets that we can't help ourselves to have. But if you want this, check out the links in the description, fitfrick.com for all the reviews, and FitFrick for the discount. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Hopefully, see you next time.